So this is one of 12 videos that I created that would play throughout the course. And the great thing about this as well is that students would have an opportunity to meet the virtual me since they couldn't meet the real me in person, and it made them feel that it was more safe to reveal a lot of personal and vulnerable information, because I did have students telling me a lot of personal things that were not just academic related. So I'm going to try to put this by the speaker. Can you hear it?
The 12-week course in life balance and stress management. This is a course mostly about learning how to manage stress before, during, and after a crisis situation, developing preventative coping skills, learning about different techniques to help bring your life in all aspects into balance. And it stems from about 10 years of personal and professional experience that I've had in the field of health and wellness. And I first became initiated into this field, so to speak, in my senior year of college. I had studied psychology in my bachelor's program, and there was a wellness fair in my senior year where they brought in massage therapists and different kinds of alternative practitioners to give us some exposure to different aspects of healing that we had not been exposed to in our program. And I had my very first foot massage, which lasted about 10 minutes, and which triggered something in me that made me think that the body was the key to stress reduction and to a balanced mental state. And
so you get an idea of some of the videos that I created for the course. So we weren't sure how many students were going to sign up for the course because it was a summer course, because we had to slip it in the summer because the administration was a little leery about the course. And it had the highest enrollment of all the summer course offerings. I had 17 students sign up for the course. It had been capped at 15. I had to get special permission to let in an additional 2 students. When I offered it again this past summer, I had 23 students enroll in the course, again the highest enrollment for a summer course at my graduate school. And while I was teaching the course, I had a full-time job as the academic director at an institution, a private school for young adults who are drug and alcohol addicts. And I was observing the students, and I was doing a lot of research with these young adults who had substance abuse problems. And I was reading a lot of the literature, and I was really appalled at some of the statistics. I don't know if you know this, but in the past 20 years, suicide ideation has tripled among college students, and depression has doubled. And the #1 prescribed drugs for college students is Prozac. And our students are facing a mental health crisis in higher education. And the counseling centers are so overwhelmed with the amount of mental illness and the difficulty facing students that they don't really even know how to manage the situation. We have students committing suicide on campuses, parents suing campuses because students are committing suicide, and they feel like it's something that higher education should be more on top of and providing more support. And it's definitely something that needs to be addressed in our school system. So I wrote the course, and then after I wrote the course, my advisor told me, you need to write an article about this, and you need to tell people about your course and let people know about the success of your course, so it's something that might be integrated in other school systems. I did have the opportunity to offer it at another university, at UCLA Extension, and it was well received there as well. And I believe that it's a very simple course that could be offered at many schools that provides great support and a lot of success for students. Some of the things that students said when they completed the course were things like, this course has been life-changing. It arrived like a life raft, and I jumped on it. I feel confident that I have gained the necessary outlook to continue on this healthier path during my remaining time at CIIS. And I received multiple comments that were similar to that. And I did write the article and have submitted it to publication about the course, and I would be happy to forward the article to you. What the article does is it analyzes the course on the basis of Tennant's model, who writes about transformative learning, and he believes that transformative learning can be broken down into 4 different components. The first component is knowing oneself, which is self-assessment, and that's the first thing that we do in the course. The second component is controlling oneself, and that's learning new habits, habits of stress management, time management, and goal setting, and things of that nature. The third component is caring for oneself, which are a lot of the tools that the students learn in my course. And then the fourth component of transformative learning is recreating oneself. So you have to be able to take forth these ideas, and you have to be able to continue to grow and expand and learn if you're going to be successful. So I'm going to leave you with that, since we have a few minutes for questions, and thanks so much for having me here today. Yes?
What's your email address?
Okay. It's G for Gabrielle, and then my last name, Pelicci, which is Pelicci at Hotmail. So I'm happy to email you the article. It's a short article, it's 20 pages. And I can also give you access to the videos if you'd like to watch the videos for the course.
Other questions for Dr. Pelicci?
Yes?
How do you produce the videos?
With a video camera. The one that Steve is holding right there.
You do them yourself?
Yes. This series, the first series, I did have a professional filmmaker help me, but when I did it the second year, I did it on my own, and I found that it was just as effective if I filmed myself as it was if I had a professional person do it.
And then you upload them to YouTube, and the students just go to that link to view it?
In the platform that I use, the Caucus platform, if you take the code on YouTube that says embedded video and you cut and paste that into a posting, then it posts it as the YouTube video in the learning platform, and all they have to do is hit play and the video plays in the learning platform.
Okay, so that's just a service that's in the public domain that YouTube offers.
Yeah, YouTube has that embedded code so that you can put it onto any website and play it as a little video monitor. I can help you if you need help. Yeah?
I was very curious in your research whether or not you had any information on the suicide ideation among kids who are gay, transsexual,
right,
bi,
right,
whatever, because I think that's a real serious issue that's not addressed enough.
right.
It's too many of our kids who are different,
right,
brutalized by their peers.
Absolutely. I don't know the statistics, but I totally agree with you. And what the literature shows is that in order to cope with the trauma and in order to cope with the stress of that situation, the students are self-medicating. They're turning to alcohol and drugs if they don't commit suicide. And so we have 4 million young adults now that are using alcohol and drugs as a result of this. So I don't know the statistics, but I totally agree with you. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time.